A cold stone bites into your knees. Chill permeates through skin to bone. You are anchored here by fear and duty. A scream builds in your chest, hot and desperate. You clamp your jaw shut. To make a sound is to invite worse. The air hisses, sliced by the birch rod, a sharp, invisible warning whistling past your ear before the impact arrives. A mountain of starch and judgment looms above. He is not a man, but a towering instrument of divine correction. His gaze ignores your trembling form. It settles respectfully on the velvet cushion where the true culprit sits in safety. You are not a scholar here. You are a wooden dummy, a tool to be used until broken or discarded. The royal tongue stumbles on a simple conjugation, a hesitation, a flaw in the golden boy's performance that demands a price. Ink bleeds across the parchment like a fresh wound, a trivial error for anyone else, but here it is a crime. Divine right shields the prince's skin. No common hand may strike the flesh of a future king, no matter the fault. The debt of pain is transferred instantly. Justice flows downhill, settling heavily upon the one who cannot refuse it. His collar is stiff with starch and arrogance, a fortress of expensive linen protecting him from the filth of pity. The iron crest upon his chest gleams coldly. It is the badge of unassailable authority weighing down on your spirit. Knuckles bleach white against the wood. He holds the rod not like a teacher, but like an executioner preparing a blow. He closes the distance. You are small, defenseless, a waiting canvas for his righteous and misdirected anger. In the candlelight, the rod transforms. It is no longer a branch, but a cleaver hungering for meat. The blow lands with sickening precision. Shockwaves tear through skin and muscle, igniting the nerves deep below. Your spine bows against the agony. A map of fire is drawn across your back in ragged, red lines. Reality dissolves into a black abyss. There is no classroom, only a singular, spiking universe of pure pain. Teeth sink into flesh. Copper tastes sharp in your mouth as you swallow the scream that demands release. A bored sigh drifts from the velvet chair. Your torment is merely a dull interlude for the royal spectator. Stone walls absorb your misery. The classroom is a tomb where silence is purchased with your blood. The first volley ends. You slump forward, steam rising from your battered back in the chilly air. But mercy is not on the curriculum. The arm raises again, faster this time. The cycle of violence renews. The birch tip is split, crafted to claw rather than bruise. A distinct innovation in the art of cruelty. He does not check your breathing. You are a vessel for the prince's lesson, and vessels do not need rest. You imagine a mother's touch, but it bursts like a bubble. Love is a fairy tale the poor cannot afford. The wood bites deep. Crimson blooms through the rough fabric of your shirt, staining the lesson into memory. The thud rattles your teeth. Every bone in your small frame vibrates with the kinetic force of the strike. The room tilts sickeningly. Perspectives warp as the rush of adrenaline unravels your sense of balance. Your heart hammers against your ribs like a trapped bird. But the chains of duty hold fast. There is no escape. Seconds stretch into hours. The falling sand suspends in the air, trapping you in the moment of impact. Dust motes dance in a cruel sunbeam. The world outside continues, indifferent to the violence unfolding within. Darkness encroaches from the edges. The cold floor rises to meet you as consciousness flees the pain. Education is written in blood here. The chalkboard stands as a mute witness to formalized abuse. The Tudor moves with terrifying speed. To your tear-filled eyes, he is a blur of monstrous efficiency. The lesson concludes. The tool, now splintered and red, is discarded into the shadows like refuse. The prince nods, satisfied. He has learned his verb, purchased at the cost of your skin. You lie twitching on the floor. You have survived the day, but a piece of your spirit has been carved away. The sun retreats, abandoning you. A dark moon rises, signaling the start of a different kind of war. You wake in the gloom. Rotting beams hang low overhead, pressing down like the weight of your station. Bodies are packed tight on filthy straw. There is no space for privacy, only the crushing warmth of the herd. The air is a thick green soup. It reeks of unwashed flesh, damp wool, and the sour tang of neglect. Darkness pools in the corners. It takes the shape of something ancient and hungry, watching you sleep. An invisible enemy invades. Unseen killers swim through your veins, thriving in the filth and the blood. It is no longer punishment, but rot. Like a bruised apple, you are decaying from the inside out. Your breeches are stiff zones of filth. They haven't been washed in months, crusted with the history of your pain. Dried blood and sweat form a grinding paste. The fabric has become a second, abrasive skin. Pockets hang empty. A rat skitters past, wealthier in its freedom than you are in your service. Rough wool saws against raw flesh. Every movement is a fresh reminder of your wretched condition. The rash begins to pulse. Heat radiates from the wound, a feverish drumbeat beneath the skin. You examine your hand. It is claw-like, skeletal. You realize with cold clarity that you will not grow old. The Great Pox ignites. A furnace burns within your gut, consuming what little strength remains in your frame. Thirst drives you to beg. A rusted ladle is passed down a line of 40 coughing, dying boys. You drink greedily. You do not know the water is poison, seeped from the cesspit into the well. No physician will come. Medicine is a luxury reserved for those with gold in their veins, not you. The French disease blooms upon your skin. Angry red craters mark you as one of the damned. You are small against the stone, one sick boy against the crushing weight of a kingdom's indifference. The sickness writhes in your blood. Spiral shapes multiply, choking the life from your weary heart. Fever brings madness. You see the prince bowing to you, a phantom apology that never happened. Beside you, a struggle ends. The boy goes still, and the lice migrate to find a warmer host. A shadow lengthens in the doorway. The king of terrors has arrived to collect his due. Your chest heaves like a broken bellows. Every breath is a battle you are destined to lose. Your final view is the soot-stained ceiling. Black cracks map the boundaries of your short existence. The gloom shifts. The soot swirls into a crown, the symbol of the system that killed you. London. The flame sputters and dies. Pain fades into the comforting embrace of absolute nothingness. Strong, indifferent hands lift your remains. You are a bundle of rags, lighter than a sack of grain. Rain lashes the mud. You are tossed into a pit, unnamed and unmourned, outside the palace walls. The prince ascends. He sits upon the golden throne, his cruelty now backed by absolute power. The wheel of time spins madly. Seasons blur, burying your bones under centuries of progress. The portrait of the noble court tears open. Beneath the gilt and paint lies the rotting truth of the past. Even cleanliness was a burn. Lye soap scorched the skin, a chemical fire to scrub away the dirt. Your feast was moldy bread and weak ale, sustenance enough only to keep you working, not living. The boy you bled for became a monster. His orders scream across history, written in the blood of others. Today, the classroom is bright. It is a sanctuary, far removed from the dungeon of your memory. But look closer. The foundations of discipline are built upon a bedrock of forgotten bones. Who will you be next? The powder monkey, holding fire on a wooden keg, waiting for the boom? Or the gong farmer, wading through the city's filth, unseen and reviled by those above? Perhaps the Spartan recruit? Bleeding on the sand, shield in hand, born only to die for the state? The choice is yours. Unfurl the scroll and cast your vote in the darkness below. The connection is severed. The ghost fades back into the stone. We will meet again in the palace.